Hey guys, my name is David, also known as TheCloudyDave here on YouTube, and I'm coming at you a review of Most Angry Industries MA306 Atomizer. You guys don't know how many takes it took for me to do that. Anyway, back on track. I picked up this atomizer at VaporCon, and I am glad to review it because it has been probably the best performing atomizer I have put into one of my mods. It is amazing. I'll go into the in particulars about it real quick, but I want to get a little bit into how it was designed. What I've noticed from taking it apart and from other sources is that this was made to work equally well for dripping as well as bottom feeder mods and tanks. The extended wicking and it's just better designed wicking. So that, because bottom feeder mods tend to have problems with that. The juice just falls right back down into the bottle or whatever, or just sits in the cup and the coil just burns air. This actually wicks that juice back up into the coil from the bottom a lot better, but it works just as well on top for the same reasons. The first mistake I made was I disassembled this thing. I took off the bridge, I took off the wick, and then I tried to vape it, and it didn't vape great. It was really leaky, and it was just burning, and no matter how much juice I put in there. Then once I flooded it, and of course then I'm not getting good vapor now I'm not getting good vapor because it's flooded. So it was hard to find that middle ground with it. I said, you know what, let me use it as it was intended, and I left the bridge, left the wick, and it has performed gloriously. It's probably the only atomizer out there I would recommend not de-bridging and de-wicking. In particulars about it, it is 1.5 ohm low res atomizer. It doesn't burn too hot. One pro I have to say is that it doesn't spit back at you as much as other atomizers. All atomizers will spit at you. If you fire it, and just take a pull off of it, every once in a while you're gonna get some juice to splatter up. This one has not spit at me yet. I'm pretty sure it can. But it hasn't for me, and most other 306 atomizers have spit on me immediately. They just pop, and anybody who has experienced that, it hurts. It's just one of those things. You get a hot, globule of juice land right in your tongue, and it's not a pleasant experience. I have not experienced that with this atomizer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this atomizer. It's gonna look like just any regular old 306. I can give you guys an up-close view of it. My camera's not going to focus, but that's basically it. It's a little bigger than most atomizers you'll get your hands on, like Bowways and Cisco's and SLBs and Joy E's. They're going to be a little bit bigger than those, but not as big as the MA306. It's kind of like a medium-size 306. Now that we have such a bigger one, and now the others are actually considered small compared to this one. It still uses the same connector, so you can still use it on your regular 510 device with no problems, but you will not be able to use a regular drip tip with it from what I can tell. I couldn't fit my regular drip tips on it. I had to use a bigger one that was made for this. I could be wrong about that, but I've had problems with my regular drip tips. But either way, you can get it from mostangryindustries.com for $6. You can also buy them at empiremods.com for the same price. They both sell them, and they've been teaming up on a couple of things, particularly the Derlin drip shields as well. They both sell them, so go ahead and check out both those websites and pick yourself up MA306 and Derlin drip shield. But back to the atomizer. Like I already explained how it works and why it works better than most atomizers. I think it's awesome. I really do. The vapor production, the heat is the right level. It doesn't pop back at you, and they're pretty consistent at 1.5 from the ones I tested. I got 5 of them. But I've heard that as all atomizers, they can have some kind of tolerance. They might lose a little bit of resistance. They might gain a little bit. We're talking about 0.1 or plus or minus +2 on a really bad one. plus or minus 2 on a really bad one. For the most part, I have experienced consistency with the 5 that I got. Of course, you know, I would need like 100 to be able to prove that they are ridiculously consistent. But you know what? If I get 5 and they're all exactly how they're spec'd, I'll call that a consistent one, because I've gotten 5 of others and I've gotten ohms all over the place. So it's pretty consistent at 1.5. And I like a consistent 1.5. It's a great atomizer. I'm going to show you how it performs. I put it into my DCA that's on my Empire right now in a stainless steel drip tip, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how it performs. Performs great. I've had no problems with it so far. Like I said, the only thing the only con I think you can look at it as, if you want to consider it a con, and I wouldn't do so until I tried it without debridging and dewicking it, is that you shouldn't dewick and debridge this atomizer. I'm gonna recommend this for the first time. Do not dewick and debridge this atomizer. Of course, many of you out there will try it anyways, and then you're going to find what I found, which is that it does not work as intended if you do that. If you leave it debridged and if you leave the bridge and the wick as is, it will perform better than any other atomizer you have picked up. Now, I'm saying that you may feel differently. I will most likely argue with you that you can find an atomizer that can perform like this, a 306 atomizer that can perform like this. This is why Keith at Empire Mods teamed up with him to get him on his website, because they are an awesome atomizer. And I can't say really anything bad about it, from performance to the way it's built to everything about it. Just great. Like I said, the only con, if you want to look at it, is that it doesn't work well if you debridge or dewick it, but it was not intended to do so. So don't do that. Of course, you can go out, like I said, you can go out and do that, and then you'll find the same thing I found. So what's also great about these, unlike a lot of atomizers out there, is that they're only $6. That's big, because a lot of other vendors, and I'm not going to say any particular ones, but I see atomizers out there for $8, $9. And for me, that's a little steep for an atomizer, especially for somebody that does cinnamon juice like me, and I burn through atomizers, once a week, once every 2 weeks. I can't afford to pay for $8, $9 atomizers. I just can't. I would break my bank pretty quickly that way. So from price point to performance to the way it's built, I can't find anything wrong with this atomizer. I challenge you to find something wrong with this atomizer. But until then, go ahead and pick yourself some from MostAngryIndustries.com or EmpireMods.com. They both carry them, and they carry the same ones, so you can go ahead and for the same price. So you can go ahead and go to any one of those websites, pick it up. Awesome atomizer. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and take one more pull off this to show you guys how it performs. Performs great. Nice, warm, great tasting vapor. No burnt taste, no popping back into my mouth. It's awesome. So go ahead, pick yourself up some, and try them out. Let me know how they went. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.